the optimal location, but it seems like the upload speeds aren't very good today on the 5G. So hopefully we'll be coming through at a reasonably okay quality. um, but I guess I just can try to settle down, settle into it, and wait for people to join and ask a question. I am trying a little bit different approach just as far as the title and description to see if I can hopefully attract people who are more in tune with the kind of information that I'm wanting to carry through. Yeah, I've been just this last week been getting in the habit of doing these regularly, and I feel like I'm learning a lot from doing them, learning a lot about myself, and also having the opportunity to explore things a little bit differently than I would if I was alone in seeking guidance. I did last night, I did a video like this, not outside though. And I had a really interesting experience that I'm still like trying to unpack a little bit. But really the primary message that I received last night was the equality of unconditional love, carrying that energy through us, radiating it outward without a focus. I think sometimes with certain famous spirits or religious figures or prophets, there can be a lot of worship directed toward them. And I think sometimes they would maybe want to say, take the love that you feel, for this figure that you're worshiping, and rather just spread it out in all directions all around you to everything and everyone equally. Hello and welcome, everyone who's joining. Feel free to ask me a question, or if there's something you could use guidance with, I could try to find the wisdom to carry forward. I'm just getting settled in here, and I keep finding myself doing these live streams outside during the evening and in a different location. So I'm hoping that the quality is reasonably okay, because I'm not really too sure about the upload speed right now, but felt like the best that I could do. But yeah, I just started doing these live streams a week ago, and I feel that it's an opportunity for me to get more into the practice of seeking spiritual guidance and helping to bring it through for others. Also helping me to get more into the practice of connecting with higher energies and channeling through information. And it's really my hope that in staying consistent with these and continuing to find new people and audience members who wish to participate, I can really get the ball rolling to where it can become a more easeful process. I find that when I do have like a lot of audience participation, it's very easy for me to roll with the energies one thing to the next. But in the times in between where I'm kind of just left in front of the camera without a particular directive, it can be difficult to bridge those gaps comfortably. So yes, I do encourage anyone joining to join the chat. Maybe introduce yourself or say what's going on with your life, and anything you'd want to ask me, anything that could maybe help you on your life path right now also. Or simply if you're curious about spirituality or metaphysics or my opinion on health or wellness or travel or nature, I'd be happy to talk about it. I am really glad that in doing these and in doing these ones outside, it's kind of helping provide me that extra couple hours to be outside and finding a way to ground my energy while also interacting with and through technology. And sometimes I feel a little bit pushed away from or distant from wanting to interface with technology or social media. But I do feel at this time for myself that this method in these live streams, this potential and possibility for live interaction with whoever might tune in from across the world, I feel like it's really in alignment and has the potential to open up new pathways for myself and for others. So, how is everyone doing today? Is the quality okay, or is it like, I don't know, I hope it's not really bad. I hope it's okay. I was starting to wonder if maybe my mobile carrier is gonna like cut me off or something from trying to upload too much too often. I guess I'll see what happens. So yeah, the theme from last night's live stream really came through as the quality of unconditional love. And I can only imagine like what we could create in this world, how much we could change it for the positive by embodying that unconditional love energy and sending it equally in all directions, not feeling the need to focus it on particular individuals so much or idols, and rather just sharing it evenly with anyone around us, anyone in our path, and also just the entirety of our environment, the entirety of our experience in our world as we perceive it. All the plants and animals and even the things that aren't living. We could really create a just this continual cycle of energy, like a positive feedback loop that could really enrich our lives here in this earthly experience, as well as anyone that we can have contact with, anyone that we can create connection with. We have the ability to uplift and help raise in spirit. This is really a collective ascension journey that's going on right now. And yet we all hold a unique gift that can contribute to this collective journey, this rising up of this collective consciousness, our collective consciousness on this planet, to where our experience with this world will be able to greatly change. And it will be able to greatly change for the better and in the ways that we desire to experience. Where there will be communities that are created among people who really enjoy the company and presence and energy and culture of that particular community. And I could imagine a future of these very resonant, as energetic communities springing up everywhere and offering people a place that feels like home, a place that feels like a perfect living situation and social situation for them, just based on the great amount of variety that will be possible. I do see a really positive outlook for this world. And yet it's not something that we need to wait for. It can be found now. We can create a heaven on earth in each of our own lives. Simply by letting go of the things that don't serve us and don't feel good, even if they may be relationships that we've had with other people for a long time. It's possible that some of those relationships are really a case of two people holding each other back. When there could be much greater opportunities awaiting. And the more that we can be honest with ourselves and others, and more authentic with our energy, our feelings, and our words, the more we will automatically find those resonant connections and what will feel like the perfect situations for us to live and experience. The different scenarios to go through that fill us with excitement. Finding that really fun way of living again. I feel like I've been on quite the journey of finding this for myself. It always is continuing, of course. But I can imagine as I connect more with people who are on a similar journey and a resonant path with my own, it'll bring that much greater fulfillment to my life and to others. And I'm letting go of being afraid. letting go of being afraid of my own authentic personality and character being shown to the world and being shared. And I know there's many phases for that to go through still. Many parts of me yet to open up fully. And some of those will simply be waiting for those right opportunities or right people to connect and share with. The energetic networks and pathways being created by having 2 points for that energy to transfer to and from. Hello and welcome. I'm doing pretty good. I'm kind of having a conversation with myself right now a little bit until the chat gets rolling some more. So anybody watching, feel free to ask questions or mention subjects that you'd like to hear me yap about. In the meantime, I tend to just kind of ponder my personal philosophy on life and spirit and energy, and kind of passively channel through whatever messages seem to be relevant to the energies at this time. But I do like making those more individual, personal connections. And as I was just mentioning, having, rather than just me being one point sending energy through me outward, having another point to connect with, to where that energy can go linearly in one direction. It can become more like a river flowing rather than a lake. But yeah, otherwise, I've been enjoying nice weather here in Southwest Washington. It's been a nice place to spend the summer so far. In another week or so, I'll be going back to the coast, Pacific Ocean. And I think it'll be interesting as I continue to do these kind of live streams and videos, how the changing location will have its own influence on the energies that want to come through. Welcome everyone who's joining. Feel free to say hi in the chat or where you're from or what's going on in your lives. Hello and welcome. How much time? Well, what a question that can be. I don't know exactly what you're referring to, but we really have as much time as we wish to spend on a given thing. It feels like there's almost a certain epidemic of people nowadays who say that they're so busy and that they don't have time for anything. But then if they were to do something like, say, completely stop using any technology for a few days in a row, they might feel very different about that. How old am I? I'm 35. And I feel like I'm getting younger all the time, actually, and healthier. Man, I was just thinking back to the kind of diet I had like 10 or 15 years ago, like in my early 20s. No good. Oh, yeah, you were wondering, so you were wondering what time it is here? Yeah, it's, I think it's just after 6, should be about 6:20 p.m. here. What's my favorite food? boy, I feel like that's something that's continuing to change quite a bit. And I'm just recently, I've kind of been mentally going through some ideas for some diet changes and figuring out what's the healthiest, what's going to like help boost my energy the most. Um, so, I mean, I've always liked Mexican food, that's for sure. And recently I started learning how to make my own like sourdough tortillas, although I haven't really got it completely down yet because I don't know, you're supposed to use flour to fry them or to stretch them and fry them in a dry pan, and I feel like I'm going to have to try a little bit different approach with it. If I can pick two foods, which one would I pick? So it's kind of funny you say that way, like the two foods, because currently I'm just yesterday I decided that I was going to try to do a fast for a little while, and one that's a bit unconventional. I've done just like water fasts before for shorter periods, but I've been hearing that doing a sardine fast where you exclusively eat uh, like wild caught skin and bone sardines and extra virgin olive oil, like maybe 2 cans a day, it can really supercharge the effects of fasting. So I have been wanting to try that for a few months, and I just started that essentially just over 24 hours ago. But I'm also adding in blackberries because blackberries around here are starting to become ripe, so it's kind of like free food. And I've really enjoyed just this last week starting to get into this habit of going outside and just receiving this like very fresh food like blackberries, you know, for free, and like creating that energetic connection with nature. Kind of seems like um, a method of homeopathy in a way. Hello and welcome to the live stream. Ask anything you want to ask. So I feel like I'm currently exploring my own feelings around food and eating, and kind of like taking a step back from certain habits and seeing what is it that I really want diet wise, what is it that I really need, what are the things that my body is going to respond the best to where I'll feel the best and have the best energy, or feel a more lighter energy that might help me connect in the ways that I'm looking to for this purpose of being able potentially to help others with life situations or struggles that they might be going through. So I did last night with Wi-Fi. You know, I kind of wish that for these live streams um, that the phone would be able to record the full like resolution of the video regardless of what was being uploaded. And I don't know, maybe there's a way to do that. I'm not sure if two things can access the camera at the same time. but I may have to call it here since I'm not really sure how this is coming through now. And the doubt creeping in kind of gives me no other option. See, is anyone there who could tell me is the video quality coming through okay? I'm kind of uncertain. I don't really have any way of telling as this is being recorded. So I guess I'll try to keep going with it for a minute and see how it holds up. It is really nice just being able to sit outside and feel the energy of the surroundings. Feels like it's really been resetting my internal energy, and I've been getting more comfortable with sending it outward. A process that I hope will continue. I can feel myself growing in a way, energetically, and yet I know I still have far to come. I know I've experienced higher levels of energy from myself before, and I'm finding how to step into that as being the normal presentation of myself. Well, I think I will go ahead and stop here since I don't really know if this is coming through well. So I may try again later tonight.